You said that यहाँ पे नहीं, मुझे जो बोलना है मैं बाहर जाके बोलूंगा about the relationship and everything. Now that it's
Bapat.
now that it's almost Insta official.
बाहर जाके बोलूंगा, but not on camera. So
No, ये तो मेरे सामने बोलना ही पड़ेगा.
we are not like something getting up. Oh, this is a relationship and all that. No, it's like there is a bond. There's
Families
special
को involve नहीं करना है अभी. Let us be sure first. Let us get to know each other, and then we'll think about all that. I'll speak about my family. At the end of the day, they are just happy that I've connected with someone after really long, and at the end of the day, they see me in a happy space. They will be happy, irrespective.
We are trying to figure it out. We are trying to know each other better. Unfortunately, she is not going to be there for a long time, and I'll be outside. So it's going to be tough to, again connect with each other. We were sitting having a dinner, and it just happened. Like I think it's anyway. It's a very special bond. Like her, I mean, there's obviously a lot of liking there, and I think we just held our hands, and I thought it was a moment.
I think it's that maturity that kind of attracted me towards choosing him. I made the right decision, thank God.
So I have waited for this day because, like many others on the internet, in the country, I am also a Shara shipper. Yes, from the time I watched them on this show, I genuinely felt that they are made for each other. She is fire, he is ice. She is the storm. He might be the lull before the storm, but clearly they complement each other so well. Today I have Shamita Shetty and Rakesh Bapat joining me for the conversation on Bollywood Bubble. This is the best thing that could have happened to me today. Thank you. Hashtag love from me and all the Shara fans.
Hey, how sweet. Thank you so much.
But thank you for having us, and thank you for all the love. Thank you, Nana.
Before I begin, I have to tell you, Rakesh, that the last time I met Shamita was for an interview with Shilpa Shetty, and we had announced. She was talking about her love life, which was completely non-existent at that point, and we had announced that हम लोग करते हैं शमिता का स्वयंवर. तो अभी तो वो मतलब हमारा प्लान चौपट हो गया है, वो मेरा ठंडा ही बंद हो गया है, because we don't have any. She's not on the list anymore. She's not a single person, but I'm very happy. When you met for the first time, what was your first impression when you didn't know each other at all?
On stage. I met him on stage.
Yeah.
Firstly, I was trying to understand why Colors made this a connection game. Yeah. So that was like the first thought in my head. But then at the end of the day, Rakesh looked like he was very reserved, very mature, came across quiet. And I think it's that maturity that kind of attracted me towards choosing him. I made the right decision, thank God. But I didn't really, form an opinion as such out there. I just liked the way he asked me. I think the one thing that when you were making bhel, you asked me if I wanted something, what masala or something you asked me.
I asked for chaat. If you wanted chaat in your bhel.
Yeah, he asked me something. I just thought that was really cute. It wasn't for him. It wasn't just about making it and giving it to me. He wanted to ask me how I liked it as well, and I thought that was really sweet. But yeah, I didn't really form an opinion as such out there.
Of course. What about you, Rakesh?
So we were like, I think I was the first one to get on that stage, and then I was told that there's a connection game, and we were put on that rotating kind of a stage, and I didn't know Shamita was going to be there on the show. I mean, there were talks already, but I wasn't sure about it. So when I saw her and the thing turned, and I saw her this red spicy mirchi on stage, like I think full of tadka and full of a lot of energy. And she was warm, like when I saw her, when I met her, saw her for the first time, and the way she pointed out to me, like, you are Rakesh Bapat, right? I mean, you're Rakesh, right? I mean, something she said. And that's the time I think I knew that she would be selecting me, and I think we'll be making the pair. And I think about her, it's like I didn't know her from. I've only heard of her, seen her work. That's it. I never knew her as such, and I wasn't ready for the connection game either. So it was going to be like, okay, now what's going to happen? Because I don't know anything about her. I don't know how we both are going to connect with each other. It was like a dart in the dark, So it was like going to be fun knowing each other. And eventually, yes, we did. I mean, she is a warm person. She's a caring person. Overall, she's a caring person. But it's not just me. Generally in life, she has a lot of thoughts for people, and she has a warm heart in general. So I think she connects with everybody, on that level. So I think I was a little special then. So I think I was lucky. I got all the attention and I hogged it to the fullest, and the journey continued. I think she's a great person.
I am so happy that you guys got the connection, because I remember he actually is right. He was the first one, and then Karan was saying that, do you think that you will lose your single status here? And we were all, and we knew that we've heard about you. I, of course, didn't meet him, but I knew that, he is a good person. He's a kind person. And the best thing about both of you is that, both of you are grounded human beings. No matter what, people might judge you on the basis of the fights that you had. But at the end of the day, you're standing together, right? And that's what matters. In a game where...
She's grounded, I'm underground, actually.
What rubbish! But you put yourself underground sometimes. Yeah, he goes into his shell.
No, I'm like that emo inside his head in the ground all the time. So.
But when I went inside the house for the media con and I asked you that question, you said that यहाँ पे नहीं, मुझे जो बोलना है मैं बाहर जाके बोलूंगा about the relationship and everything. Now that it's almost Insta official.
बाहर जाके बोलूंगा, but not on camera. So
no, ये तो मेरे सामने बोलना ही पड़ेगा.
क्या बोलूं?
प्यार का इजहार हो गया एक दूसरे के साथ, because of course we saw that post, and I was at the Bigg Boss press conference in Nagpur, and that came. I have jumped. I can't even tell you.
You're too cute.
I know. I was ready to jump after posting that too. Because I think it was a cute moment. We just we were sitting having a dinner, and it just happened. I think it's anyway. It's a very special bond. Like her, I mean, there's obviously a lot of liking there, and I think we just held our hands, and I thought it was a moment. So I wanted to just freeze the frame. So I think I did that.
And that's a really cute thing. What you wrote also was super cute. Shamita, knowing you, you are a person who takes time to get attached to somebody, but when you do, you are genuinely attached to that person, like you said, black or white, exactly like how I am in life. So I understand that. What is that one point where you felt that, Rakesh could be the person who I can emotionally attach myself to?
So the thing is, Nayan, things just sort of organically happened with me in terms of my feelings for him. I'm somebody who doesn't trust people easily, and obviously I've had certain experiences in my life that has led me to be the person I am today. But when it came to Rakesh, I think I naturally wanted to let go, or naturally wanted to trust. I didn't question it. I didn't want to analyze it too much. Because for me also, this is something that literally became an alien feeling, because it's not happened in a very long time with me. So if you ask me about that one thing, I really don't know what it is. There is a simplicity in Rakesh that I love. And I love that, whatever it is, whatever it is that bothers us, or we can talk about it. We can discuss it. I love that. He's a very understanding person. So it's a lot of factors. I mean, it's a lot of things that make me be a certain way with him, and they sort of naturally happen. So I'm just going with the flow.
No, I said what I had to. Genuinely, I feel that God has stopped making men like that, because he's an extremely kind person. Like,
yes, he
for a
is.
show like that, I don't know if they deserved a person like you, but genuinely saying this. And I'm Shamita's friend, see. But now I'm telling you without a bias that you are one of the kindest souls that has ever gone on that show.
I mean, it's so really kind of you to say that.
But when did you feel that connect?
Me, I think that's what she said. It was very organic. It wasn't like a switch on, switch off button, as such.
Yeah.
It was, and such things I think just fall in place because certain things are just meant to be. We make friends, we make acquaintances, we make bonds with people who are special. It just happens because I think that it's destiny. It is something karmic as well, and I believe it's you don't force certain things, like you. And I never believed in forcing anything. I never believed that if you put pressure on anything, anything can bloom so easily. So it's like a beautiful butterfly, like you just observe the butterfly and observe the beauty of it. The moment you go and catch it, it's going to fly or die. So I think you just have to have the patience, just watch it, observe it, observe the beauty of it, and be patient about it. I think that's what any bond requires that. And I think with us also, I think we are the same. We are trying to figure it out. We are trying to know each other better. Unfortunately, she is not going to be there for a long time, and I'll be outside. So it's going to be tough to again connect with each other. But yeah, I mean, it's a long life, so we are still hoping that a lot of things will happen.
I want to ask you both. On the show, you both spoke about things where I could realize that both of you have emotional baggages coming from your previous relationships. And getting into a space like that again can be really taxing and emotionally very difficult also. But you guys made it, right? What is it from your previous relationships that you've learned which you will make sure that doesn't happen in this one? Like it's always an experience of learning, right?
Yeah. So I think previous relationships, you always learn from anything, in life, be it relationship or anything, So it's basically what you learn is to have patience, you need to have a lot of patience in nurturing something. And like as you say, haste makes waste, So it is true, like you rush into things. Like wise men said, only fools rush in. So it's true, actually. You have to let it organically grow. It has its own time span. It has its own growth. Its own. It's like putting something in an incubator and let it grow. So it is something which you have to wait and watch and have a lot of patience, because that is what is going to take it ahead. Because if you don't have the patience, I don't think anything works, in life.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, I agree with what Rakesh said. Definitely be a lot more patient for me. I think also what's very important is just letting go of things faster. Not hold on to things that actually don't matter in the longer run. So that is something that I want to consciously do this time around.
Also, I want to ask you that, Shamita, both of you, I have a complaint. There are times on the show where I didn't like the way you spoke to Rakesh, and also there are times on the show which I said myself, जहाँ पे मुझे लगा कि because I still feel he's not spineless. I genuinely feel he's a kind person. He just doesn't make a choice. यार मतलब होते हैं ऐसे लोग, but that doesn't say anything about the person being nice or not nice, to be very honest. I want to say that you also were indecisive in certain situations where you didn't want to make a choice, and that also affected the relationship a lot. So when you guys watched the episodes when you came out? Has that been something that you would want to change or alter, or do you regret like certain moments from that?
You say.
Yeah, so for me, yes, I mean, there were certain moments when I did not speak to him, as you said nicely, which is actually a fact. And a lot of people, my family, also told me that. But see, you have to understand, I'm not condoning what I did. It's wrong. But I think that's my defense mechanism. And it sort of just naturally comes out. Like I said, I've been single for a very long time. I'm used to taking care of myself, protecting myself. And in that house, I felt targeted and attacked a lot because of, the person I am with a strong voice. So I think I went into defense mode and I reacted accordingly. But yes, I too did not like the way I spoke to him sometimes. I watched one or two episodes, I think. Our fight, especially, that 1 week that was really difficult for us. It was so unpleasant. And even the video they showed me in the house was so unpleasant. I don't know why only I had, I think two of us, there was Divya and me, we had the worst videos. So it didn't make me feel very nice about myself. And that's definitely not something I would want to get back to with him, And I think also the situation outside is very different. It's not, the environment is very different. You're not going to react the same way,
Yeah.
But I mean, I can only say sorry, Yaku, for being a certain way with you out there. I think both of us made some mistakes, but we're working on not making them again.
Of course, life is not Bigg Boss, so it's fine. He will not have to pick and choose and this or that every time in life. So it's a good thing. What do you have to say, Rakesh?
See, for me, that house is something which makes you do a lot of things, which you can't preempt at times, So it is something which is, it makes you make decisions which you are not comfortable with, In real life, as I said, I would never be judgmental or give my opinion on who is right or who is wrong or who is better or who is worse, I am a person who is okay with a lot of things, unless and until it affects me to a larger extent. And very few people or very few situations in my life are really close to me and important to me, and those things affect me a lot. So not in general, I'm not a person who gets affected by general stuff. I'm untouched with all those things. So when a person like that is put in a situation where you have to be judgmental, you're pushed in a corner and pinned, that you have to say certain things which you're not comfortable with. So obviously when it's out of my comfort zone, and when I'm saying comfort zone, I'm not saying I'm running away from it. I'm not being an escapist here. It is just that it is not me. It is not somebody I do in my real life. It is not something which I'm taught to do. So for me, that is a situation which made me uncomfortable in the true sense of the word. And obviously, I'm not going to be natural in a situation like that. I am going to look fake. I am going to look like somebody who's going back and forth, somebody who is indecisive, somebody who can look like being a spineless person. Yes, I agree. That must be coming across to the people who are watching it. But that's what all I say is, like, you have to come and meet me in the real life and you'll really find out who I am, as a person. So what happened there in Bigg Boss house was something where I was pinned out the wall and made to do certain things which I was not, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
I'm not a person and generally in life like that. So with Shamita also, with a lot of times, like I tried to explain to her also on the show that do not take these things too seriously here, is because these are situations that we have to do. It's a game show and you have to take certain things with a pinch of salt,
Yeah.
So I was okay being accepted as spineless, or I was okay when people call me that, or because for me, honestly, when you know that you're not that, it shouldn't affect you. So you shouldn't even react to that, for that matter. So you have to certain way take things with a pinch of salt, make fun of it, probably just एक कान से सुनो दूसरे कान से निकाल दो. Um, so those are the things, and which I think she understood eventually, and now I think she's a much better person when she goes inside the house. And yes, I mean, in a situation, honestly, what she did also was, it's all about the situation, how you're pushed into a box, and like when you're claustrophobic, what do? You're going to scream and shout, and you want to get out of it. So this is what human nature is, and I think we all pray to that.
Yeah, absolutely. But both of you said on the show when others were discussing about your relationship, and you guys were so nice about it. So how do I put it? Like so authentic about it. To be very honest, you guys didn't push it out. You guys didn't do unnecessary PDA. To be honest, you guys made it a point कि हम लोग बाहर जाएंगे पहले we have to speak to our families. How did the families react to it, and how did the families react to each other now that you've met or spoken to each other's families?
Nayan, pehle to, I mean, I feel like this question is like we're getting married tomorrow. What is
exactly.
this?
Whenever that happens, I better dance on Sharara and mind blowing Maya at your wedding. That's a different story. But
keep quiet, Nayan.
We didn't meet the
literally 4-5 दिन हुए. I've literally how long has it been? He was not here when he got out of the house. He went to Pune.
Yeah.
So we wanted to spend time with our respective families. So
we're taking it easy. We're not like getting up. Oh, this is a relationship and all that. No, it's like there is a bond.
Families को involve नहीं करना है अभी. Let us be sure first. Let us get to know each other, and then we'll think about all that. Moving on swiftly, Nayan.
What is the family's opinion on Rakesh, and what is your family's opinion on Shamita? That is okay.
I mean, I'll speak about my family. At the end of the day, they are just happy that I've connected with someone after really long, and at the end of the day, they see me in a happy space. They will be happy irrespective. You know what I mean? So I'll just put it like that. And they also loved Rakesh on the show, and the person he is. So it is for Rakesh and me to sort of take a call on this. Right now we're just getting to know each other. It's too soon, so I'll just leave it at that.
What about
he's like पूरा स्वयंवर रचा रहा है अपने इस विंडो पे.
ये जो अंदर का है ना भड़ास वो निकाल रहा है अभी. वो स्वयंवर जो चाहता है मेरा.
Shamita का स्वयंवर. No, but what was your family's opinion on Shamita?
He is at it, bro. He's just Shamita, answer.
I have to answer for your family. No, I can't be bossy. Sorry, I'm not taking over. You have to make this. You have to answer this.
I mean, obviously, as she said, is the same thing for me also, like at my family too. I mean, they like Shamita. I mean, the way she took up for me, I mean, I still remember that episode that she and Prateek were talking in the bathroom, and how she took up for me was something really, I mean, you need guts to do that, you on camera and to say whatever she said. And I think they also saw that, I also saw that, and I think that's enough reason for a person to be likable. And they really appreciated what she did for me, and it was like she was this one-woman army for me inside this house. And that's what a family always needs, somebody, their son or daughter, when they're put in a situation like this. You need a person, they expect a person to be there to fight for them, to stand by them. So obviously, Shamita, they saw that in Shamita, and they really appreciated that. And that was a very sweet thing that you did, Shamita, really.
How sweet. But, I will always be there for both of you. I just feel that both of you are genuinely gifted human beings, and it doesn't matter whether you win the show, whether you don't win the show. What happens, what matters is that you guys have come across so authentic, And I know there are people also saying that it's a game plan and all. I genuinely know that will be answered later on in life. But all the more power to you. And yeah, like I always said that I am always going to be a Shara shipper.
Thank you, Nayan.
Thank you so much.
Sweet.